So my work was surrounding nostalgia as like a running theme. I wanted to do work with nostalgia and reflection as a technique, and that's kind of both physical reflection and thematic reflection. So as you can see, it's a lot of looking back, like nostalgic reflection on my childhood, and it's all about kind of identity and how the people from your childhood and people you've met in your life so far have shaped you and shaped the experiences you've had and the person you've grown into. So I thought as a final degree showpiece it was quite fitting as I'm kind of rounding out this kind of chapter of uni, because all the people in these photos and these videos have helped shape me in some way and got me to where I am now. And in terms of techniques, I used in the photos a lot of macro work, and I wanted to use that as kind of a more interesting technique than just kind of straight shots and stuff. And it also helped me capture that physical reflection more with the photos reflecting on me in some way. And then the video work is just collating lots of archive footage so that the audience can see that reflection properly. With doing photo and video, I wanted to do that because I'm kind of doing both as I leave university. When we set up our freelance business in one of our modules we've just done, I don't want to narrow myself off to either, so producing photo and video work helps me demonstrate to future clients or employers or even just audiences coming to see my work that I'm kind of capable of both. And then when they then look on business cards and things, they can see, okay, she's got a mixture of skills here, she's got a mixture of moving image work as well as visual work, which I'm hoping can kind of broaden my client base more as I go out into our industry. And that module we did just before this one was really helpful because it was all about professional practice and working with clients. So we actually went out and worked with a few select clients ourselves, and then we also were tasked with kind of rebranding, or for those who didn't already have any branding, to create our own professional platforms online, whether that be on social media or websites and things. So that really, I thought that was a really useful module to have just before we end and also before our degree show, so we could really put our best foot forward. And then I also did an industry placement, which was provided, the university kind of told me about that pathway. That was between my second and third years here. And even though it wasn't necessarily to do with making physical work, photographic and video work, it was an entire year in a professional setting, going to the office every day and meeting with people who are professionals from all over the place. And it was just really good to have that mindset of being in that environment, that now I can go out and already know what to expect kind of things. I think sometimes it can be a bit scary because uni and work are so different. But I've kind of got that ready. And then a final thing I'll just say is I did in March this year, I did a 4-week programme with the careers team about freelancing in the creative industries, and I found that really helpful. Every week we had a panel of different professionals coming in and telling us about their experiences and giving us advice on what to expect almost, and also tips and tricks. So I thought those things all together, all provided, were really useful and definitely have helped me get a good rounded off knowledge of what to expect in my next part of life, I guess, after I graduate. So yeah.